If you need to make your team stronger, go to u7buy.com and buy yourself some cheap and reliable FC24 coins. Remember to use my discount code ELI to enjoy 6% off. Most of you guys know U7Buy for its FC coin service. Apart from FC coins, U7Buy also provides more game services like top-up mobile games, gift cards, game keys, and more. Click my link in my description and enjoy the cheapest price now. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We have meta 442 custom tactics to go over today. There are about as meta as you can get. I was using this exact team to get into Division 1. Let me show you guys real quick if I can show you proof. Yeah, there you go, Division 1. I was using this exact team. Since people don't want to believe me that I'm in Division 1, I'll be back in the Elite Division maybe in a few days. I was just moving, so I didn't have a lot of time to play. So I'll get there, and then I'll show proof too. But anywho, these are the custom tactics that I used to get there, and I'm using this Evo team, which is not even the best team in the world. I was just trying to have some fun, try to play with a different team because everybody plays with the same type of players all the time. So I wanted to switch it up. By the way, this Baggio, smooth. This Rashford's actually pretty decent evoed up, and then Rodri is one of my favorite evos I've done all year. But anywho, let's get into the custom tactics because that's what you guys are here for. It's going to be this 442. I did post this in my weekly custom tactics. I didn't go over it this week because same thing, like I said earlier, I'm moving. So I posted a lot of the 3-5-2s, a lot of the 5 at the backs that I was already working on last week. Had them pending. But this week I was using 442. That's what I used to get to Division 1. It's most likely what I'm going to use to get into Elite Division. And what I'm going to use for Foot Champs tomorrow if I can play, which will be the last day of Foot Champs. But I went over it on there, but I didn't get to really explain why I'm using this formation, what makes it so good, all that good stuff. So that's what we're here. Let's get into the 442. I also use these to get 10-0 on qualifiers too, or 9-1, something like that. I think I lost one game last goal, like by 1 goal, extra time or something like that. Doesn't matter. 442. That's what we're here for. Custom tactics are as follows. Balance 48 width and 71 depth. The reason why I have the 71 depth is for the auto press on new gen. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, then there's an auto press whenever you do turn on 71 depth to where it basically congests your opponent's midfield area, just gets into your opponent's half of the field and presses them like crazy, steals the ball, and then you kind of go from there. That is the reason why I have this, because I didn't get to play so much this week, like I was saying earlier. And I'm not the big type of presser, if that makes sense. I like to play more possession style football, pass it around, switch it around, do quick triangles, stuff like that. But I needed a rush, so I needed to abuse the meta as much as I possibly could, and you got me to Division 1 very easy. So depth 71 is insane. If you're on old gen, it doesn't work the same, but if you turn on 72 depth on old gen, it does allow you to manually press a little bit higher up the field, which helps you out a lot, especially if you like to press. Now, if you don't like the 71 depth, I recommend going to 69. Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny, but when you go to 69, it's a little bit less than when you go to 70 and 71 for the auto press. So it just makes your players not move out of position so much, especially your center backs and your full backs. They won't move as much out of position, but you still get to manually press up top if you really want to. Now, if you don't want to play that aggressive at all, and you're on new gen, drop it to around 65 to 63, and that's the sweet spot, and you're good. If you're on old gen, go from 60 to 57, somewhere around there. That would be a good mark for you. You can go up to about 62. That's pushing it a little bit. I would say 57 to 60 on old gen. But yep, if not, try 69. If not, do 71. Width 48. I have a higher width because I do want to press my opponent with that auto press. So I want to spread open my 2 blocks of 4, get into my opponent's face, steal the ball, and happy days. But if you don't like playing that high width, or if you're not gonna use the high depth, then if you're on new gen, 45 width, you're good there. Maybe 43, 42 on new gen, you're fine there. Old gen, I suggest just using 40. That's a sweet spot. If not, drop into 37 on old gen. But if you're gonna manually press, or if you're gonna auto press, 48 width. I play balance. That's just my cup of tea. That's how I like to play. I don't like direct passing as much as other people. I don't like when my players run out of position too much. I don't want them to move out of position when I'm trying to play possession type of football, and I want to manually control everybody running away from me, manually controlling the runs, etc., calling towards me, all that good stuff. But if you don't like balance, then you can go ahead and switch it to direct passing. Direct passing makes it very, very meta, especially if you like pushing your opponent's defensive line back, and you're good at doing skill moves, so you can kind of dribble around your opponent's defense, score a few goals, and then happy days. But I am going to play balance. But for you guys, if you guys want to do direct passing, by all means. With 31, the reason why I have it so narrow is because I want the right mid and the left mid to get involved a lot more in the play. I don't want them to be so wide, especially since I have my left back overlapping. I want my left mid to join in more narrow, almost like acting like a cam at times, going into the half spaces. So this guy is going to go like right in front of my left center mid, but right under my left striker. So he's going to act like a cam, and then this guy will act like a left winger. That is why I have the width like that. And then, so basically, you're going to be attacking with central striker, right striker. Think about this one like as a left striker, almost like a left cam, right winger, and then you have your left back almost like a left winger, if that makes sense. And then you have your two center mids, and then you have a back line of 3. Players in the box, 6. Sweet spot, 6. 6 is good. Better than 5 or higher than 5, lower than 7. 6 is a sweet spot. No, honestly, it just pushes more people into the box. Let's just score a few more goals. Corners and free kicks, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Players, this is very, very important. But before I get into this, go ahead and hit that like and hit that subscribe button if I ever helped you guys out before, and so I can continue making videos for you guys, especially like this. And I'm coming back to doing authentic tactics this week. As long as I have time, we'll be fine. Anywho, get meta center backs. I go over this every single video. Just get the best center backs you can get, especially that have high pace, because you are playing a high line and you are manually pressing. I like to kind of mix and match my center backs, play one more nimble center back and one more big body center back. So you can play however you like, depending on you guys, how you guys like to play. But I recommend getting the best center backs you could probably get. Right back, make sure they're good attacking, defending, a little bit of everything, well-rounded. But your left back is going to be more important just because they will be joining on the attack a lot. So make sure you have a player like Udogi, Rolfo, Alfonso Davies, Grimaldo, somebody like that can do a little bit of everything, join in, dribble, crosses, shoot, skill moves, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you have a very, very good fullback here, because they're going to be used a lot. Center mid's very, very important. Don't play a defensive center mid. Play 2 high center mids. You have to play 2 high center mids in this formation, just because there are center mids, not CDMs. So they will be joining on the attack. So you need them to be able to dribble. If they're not good at dribbling, then make sure that they're very good at passing. So I have Loman and Ugarte. They both have the tiki-taka playstyle. So as soon as I get the ball, I can send quick passes in between them, and they will hardly ever miss it. And they have intercept plus, which is perfect at center mids, because they can steal the ball, and then do a quick tiki-taka pass, and then I just start my counterattack that way. So just keep that in mind. Get 2 very, very, very good box-to-box center mids. High work rate preferably, or 1 high and 1 high medium. That's what I recommend putting here. Right mid, left mid, make sure that they're very good at dribbling, crossing, all that good stuff. You know who to put as your wingers. They can have a little bit of everything, especially if they have some play styles, including the dribbling or finesse shots. Finesse shots are really good right now. Travellas are okay, but finesse shots are really, really good. And also cutbacks, you can still do cutbacks, but don't do cutbacks down the byline. Do cutbacks more around your opponent's 18, and you'll be able to score a few goals. Make sure that your left mid is good at joining on the attack, like as in going into the half space, and is able to shoot a lot and dribble a lot, because they'll get the ball a lot at their feet, because they're going to act like a left cam at times. So just keep that in mind. And I guess that's what makes me love Rodri so much in this game, because he's so good at attacking, dribbling. He's like Dybala, but with skill moves, if that makes sense. So he does a little bit of everything on that left side. So just make sure you have a player like that there. And then 2 strikers. I have a high-low, high-medium. I think Rashford's high-medium, right? Maybe I just butchered that. But just get 2 lethal strikers. Rashford with that power shot plus is insane. Athena has a 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. So you could do a little reverse elastico into a shot, regular elastico into a shot, fake shot into another shot, scoop turn, whatever you need to do. But make sure you get lethal strikers that can do a little bit of everything because they're going to be very, very important in this formation. But you can play however you want. You can play target man striker, aerial strikers, nimble strikers, 1-1, one nimble, one target man. However you want to play, it's completely up to you. Instructions, and then I'll let you guys go. Comes for crosses, sweep, keep on the goalie. Both center backs stay back. Right back, stay back, overlap. Stay back so they don't move too much. Overlap so when they do move, they will be joining on the overlap. You can send this guy up sometimes if you do want to send him up. It's just completely up to you. I just don't want him to move out of position too much since I am attacking with my left back. But I do have the overlap instruction just in case I do send him forward. Left back, balance overlap because they will be joining on the attack a lot. Overlap so he does push in the left mid into the midfield area, into the half spaces, I should say. Both center mids are stay back while attacking, cover center on both of them. They're still going to be joining on the attack because they are center mids and they do have high attacking work rates. They just won't go all the way into the box unless you make them go into the box. So just keep that in mind. Both stay back, cover center. Right mid, come back and get into box or cross. Come back so you defend in a 4-4-2. Get into box or cross just to get more bodies into the box. Especially if you can put, honestly, if you can put a big body type of striker here or winger. How do I want to say it? Like, imagine if you have Sorloth here, or imagine if you have like a Holland here as a right mid. I know it's completely contradicting because it's not a striker. It's not a striker. You're gonna put him as a right mid. The reason why I'm saying that is because you can build up with the left mids, and when you build up with the left mids, you can cross it to your right mid when they're in the box, and you can score a free back post header. So you can do that if you want to do that. That's completely up to you. Just get a bigger winger or somebody that's very tall that has aerial plus, and you'll be able to do those a lot. With that being said, the left mid is come back on defense, stay on the edge of the box for that exact same reason, so they can act like a quote-unquote cam, and they can send those crosses into the back post for the right striker, the right mid, or they can do Travelo's finesse shots, whatever. But that's why I have it like that. And then both strikers are on defense, on default, everything. Now, if you don't know how to go into the game and turn on the D-pad tactics, striker draw back or striker come back on defense or something like that, I think it's striker draw back. Then you can go in here and put come back on defense on both of them if you really, really need some defensive support. But I recommend learning how to do the D-pad tactics. Striker draw back, I believe, is bottom arrow and then up arrow when you're in game. But yeah, those are the custom tactics and instructions for the 4-4-2. That got me into Division 1. 10-0 on qualifiers or 9-1 or something like that, and most likely going to get me rank 1 on foot champs this week. But yep, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.